Hey, Legal Shield family, this is your servant CEO, Jeff Bell, and it's time for 5 Minutes Strong. Today, I want to get focused up immediately on our topic, and that is the problem with goals and the power of habits. Goals versus habits. And quite frankly, to set the stage, I am worried because Vision 2020 motivates us all. We'd like to grow to 10 times bigger in our personal business as well as for the total business, 14 million households. But as your honest and straightforward servant CEO, I've got to tell you, we're a little bit behind schedule. Does that mean that we lower our goal? Does it mean that we change where we want to be? No, it means that we've got to take a strong look at why aren't we improving our performance at a faster pace? And I think the answer is the problem with the goal of 14 million, the problem with the goal of 1 million new entrepreneurs in our family. We need to focus on habits. So what are some of the issues with goals? Well, number one, goals have an endpoint. You know, when you think about setting a goal, I want to lose 20 pounds. What do people sometimes then do? They binge eat to celebrate. They eat an entire gallon of ice cream, or they say, hey, I'm going to stop the habits that got me to my goal loss. Sometimes people train for a marathon. They run the marathon, and after that, they stop exercising. You cannot view a goal as an endpoint. When you think about your Legal Shield business, every time you rank advance, every time you receive a bonus, every time you receive a commission payment every day, that's just a milestone along your journey. We've got to focus on habits. Second issue, quite frankly, with goals. Too many things are outside of your control. So, for instance, what if we were to have a major economic recession and we could say, oh, we blame that on why we're not adding more membership, to our business. Or wait a minute, there's so many people being negative in my life. I can't achieve my goal. See, it allows you to focus on things that you can't control. Do you know what you can control? You can control habits. The third issue, quite frankly, is that goals exclusively rely upon willpower and self-discipline. You look at, for instance, excellent book, Charles Duhigg's Power of Habits. And, he says, I'll quote, willpower isn't just a skill. It's a muscle, like the muscles in your arms or in your legs. And it gets tired as it works harder. So there's less power left over for other things. There's a difference between having to will yourself every day to achieve a goal and finding the simple edge, the little disciplines in life that will be powerful habits that once formed propel you forwards towards success and happiness. The next problem with a goal is that keeping a goal in mind and using it to direct your actions always requires that willpower that we just talked about. You have to focus on it so relentlessly, but it still can be frustrating because it's always out of reach. You're not there yet. That's the problem. You work so hard that once you achieve a goal, many times you kind of let down because you've taken so much willpower and energy to get there. We've got to change our mindset. We've got to start focusing on the power of habits. Last issue I've got with goals, when I really look at it, is they can make you even complacent or reckless. And look, people, I'm confessing right now, I'm making a profession to you. By putting out a big, hairy, audacious goal, I do think that we've made things get better. We've got 7 now, soon to be 8 months in a row of all-time record highs for our membership. But by putting such a big goal out there, 14 million members, 1 million new entrepreneurs, sometimes we get into that temptation of, I'm going to let this happen to me rather than making it happen. People ask me, hey, how are we doing on the Vision 2020? And my answer is, well, how are you doing? Has your business doubled? Are you growing exponentially? Because that's what matters. I'm not going to do it. You've got to do it. My job is to help you do it. So now let us turn towards the benefits, or what I think are the power of habits. Habits allow you to overshoot any goal. In my heart of hearts, I can tell you when things start to click, because everybody listening to this and everyone that you share this 5 Minutes Strong with, if they make a little change every day, 2 exposures every day, that's a habit. You control whether you do that or not. Then we do that, and we're going to laugh at how fast we blow by 14 million. It's just a milestone on our journey. We're building a business that can. We're building a machine that does. That's the power of habits. Habits always overshoot your goal because it's about what you do every day. People, do you really have to set a goal to brush your teeth every day? Of course you do not. It's a habit. However long you spend, 30 seconds or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, whether you do it once or twice, it's a habit. You don't even think about the amount of time that you spend on it. That's the mindset that you've got to get for your Legal Shield business. There's a sense of urgency, but it's also a sense of commitment. But you don't have to think about it. I'm doing 2 exposures every day. I'm bringing a guest every week to the meeting. I am going to recruit someone into my team every single week. I am going to make an excellent presentation this week to a new small business to try and get employee benefits situated. That is the key. That's the habits are easy to complete. I just said it. Once you learn to tie your shoe, you don't have to set a goal to learn how to tie your shoe. It's a habit. It's something that you just do. We've got to get into the power of habits. It's the simple edge, the simple discipline. It's like Kim Melia reminds us, whether you get into the simple edge and it's doing something positive or it's doing something negative, it's up to you. It's still a simple edge. At the simple edge, you could decide, I'm going to sit on the couch for 30 minutes every day doing nothing. That's your decision. You made a decision to form a habit. Positive habits drive change. Change leads to success and happiness. Habits are for life. I just proved it. It's the things that we don't even think about anymore. And you make your bed, you get dressed, you take a shower, you wash your hair. These are the habits of hygiene. Quite frankly, you make a simple habit change. I'm going to drink glass of water, starting the day, every day. I'm going to have a piece of fresh fruit to start my day, every day. You do that and you never think about it again, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, I'm feeling more energy. I'm actually losing a little weight. I'm getting a little more tone. It's the little things in life. Habits compound. Once you make a simple change in a habit and you see the benefit, it's so much easier for you to continue to then add to the habits. Once you make exposures every day, it's so much easier to get people to join you at the briefings. Once you have people at the briefings, it's so easy to bring a number of team members to a Super Saturday. Once you have a team at Super Saturday, it's easy to bring scores of people to the international convention, the leadership convention. Once you've done that, it's wonderful to celebrate, not as a goal, but as a milestone along your journey in the Performance Club trips, to invest in yourself and others, to develop yourself and your team. People, this is a profession. And it's also a commitment. My name is Jeff Bell, and I am just getting started in making the difference through habits, because we're going to blow away our goals. We've got to make the changes in habits to reach the success, the happiness, and to pursue our crusade the way that we know that we want to for Vision 2020. Legal Shield is just getting started. We know that the best is yet to come. Join us.